Cabinet approves $250,000 for a sports financing conference in Juba. United Nations Security Council members express optimism over extended transitional period as it allows political parties to addressing critical challenges. And government commits to a $2 million solar grid project to improving power supply in the country. Hello, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Ssbc with me, Mathiang Joseph. We start our news with presidential decrees. Relief of a deputy minister in the revitalized transitional government of the national unity. Provision to the provisions of Article 101D of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, read together with Section 38(1) of the Interpretation of Laws and General Provisions Act 2006, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby relieve Honorable Agok Makur Kur from his position as a Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning in the revitalized transitional government of national unity, representing SPLM-IO. Issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Appointment of a Deputy Minister in the revitalized transitional government of national unity. Pursuant to the provisions of Article 101D of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby appoint Honorable Bej George Anyak as a Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning in the revitalized transitional government of national unity, representing the SPLM-IO. Issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Relief of a governor. Pursuant to the provisions of Articles 165(1)(b) and 106A of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby relieve Honorable Sarah Cleto Asen from her position as the Governor of Western Bargazal State, representing SPLM-IO. Issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Appointment of a governor. Pursuant to the provisions of Articles 165(1)(b) and 106A(2)(a) of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 has amended, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby appoint Honorable Emmanuel Primo Okello as the Governor of Western Bargazal State, representing the SPLM-IO. Issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Relief of an Undersecretary. Pursuant to the provisions of Article 101E of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, read together with Section 13 of the Civil Service Act 2011, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby relieve Honorable Engineer Philip Thorn Jurwell from his position as Undersecretary of the Ministry of Roads and Bridges. Issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Appointment of an Undersecretary. Pursuant to the provisions of Article 101E of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011, as amended read together with Section 13 of the Civil Service Act 2011, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby appoint Honorable Engineer John Court Cholding as Undersecretary of the Ministry of Roads and Bridges, issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Revocation of appointment of 2 members of Parliament in the Transitional National Legislative Assembly pursuant to the provisions of Article 106A(2)A of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, read together with Section 38 of the Interpretation of Laws and General Provisions Act 2006, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby revoke the appointment of 2 members of Parliament in the Transitional National Legislative Assembly as hereunder. Honorable Bol Duop Nyuot Sowa, Honorable Chinquoth Bishok Rath Sowa, issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Appointment of 2 members of Parliament to the Transitional National Legislative Assembly pursuant to the provisions of Article 106(2)A(2)A of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, do hereby appoint 2 members of Parliament in the Transitional National Legislative Assembly as hereunder. Honorable Tut Gatkek Tut Sowa, Honorable Agok Makur Kur, to replace Honorable Akuch Maniel, who resigned, SPLM-IO. Signed under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Revocation of the appointment of 2 members of Parliament in the Council of Estates. Pursuant to the provision of Article 106A(2)A of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, read together with Section 38 of the Interpretation of Laws and General Provisions Act 2006, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, do hereby revoke the appointment of 2 members of Parliament in the Council of Estates as hereunder. Honorable Tut Gatkek Tut Sowa, Honorable Madlena and Angelo Elzien, SPLM-IO, issued under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Appointment of 2 members of Parliament to the Council of Estates. Pursuant to the provisions of Article 106A(2)A of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, I, Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, do hereby appoint 2 members of Parliament to the Council of Estates as hereunder. Honorable Bol Duop Nyuot Sowa, Honorable Sarah Cleto Asen, SPLM-IO, issued, signed under my hand and the seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 8th day of the month of November in the year 2024, signed Salva-Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Now to proceed, Council of Ministers approved $250,000 for a sports financing conference. The conference set to take place in Juba from 26th to 28th November is intended to raising more than $9 million to support national basketball teams, both men and women. Ssbc's Isaac Ludoro reports.
The Council of Ministers, chaired by President Kiir, listened to two presentations by the Ministers of Justice and Constitutional Affairs and of Youth and Sports. Briefing media, the Minister of Information Communication Technology and Postal Services, Michael McQuay-Lueth, says the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Ruben Madol-Arol, presented a report on Montreal Protocol, which was passed by the United Nations in 1987.
Justice Ruben Madol presented, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs presented a Montreal Protocol on substances to deplete ozone layer. This protocol is a protocol which was passed by the UN and is supposed to be adopted by every country. This protocol was passed by the UN on the 16th September 1987, and today the Ministry of Justice prepared it and tabled it before the Council of Ministers so that it passed through the governance cluster, and then today it is presented to the Council of Ministers, and the Council of Ministers passed it today with the directives to the Minister to table it before the National Legislative Assembly for deliberation and adoption.
The Minister of Youth and Sports, Dr. Joseph Geng Akech, presented a report on the conduct of Sports Financing Conference.
This Sports Financial Conference will be held here in Juba, and on the 26th to the 28th of November 2024 here in Juba to fund the basketball national teams for men and women, the football national teams, men and women, the volleyball national teams, men and women, and athletics national teams for men and women. And for him to prepare for this, he is requesting a sum of $250,000 to enable him prepare and invite all the people whom he will appeal to and request to fund these teams.
On any other business, the Minister of Interior briefed the Council on the incident along Juba-Bur Road that has led to loss of lives.
She made a report, which was a preliminary report, saying that these were the Murle traders who were attacked by armed people, and they incurred a lot of losses. The losses were over 20 people who lost their lives, plus others who were wounded, and that the attackers went away with about 500 herds of cattle, and it is not known who are these attackers, but information coming to us do tell us that the cattle are being kept around Mangala. The cabinet directed her to prepare a full report on that, conduct thorough investigation, and report to the cabinet as soon as she completes the investigation.
Minister McQuay explains some of the issues presented at the meeting.
Under any other business also, it listened to the Minister of Finance and Planning, who had gone, of course, to attend the annual meetings, the 2024 meetings of the World Bank and the IMF annual meetings in Washington, D.C. from the 21st to the 26th of October 2024. And in that meeting, the government delegation led by the Minister of Finance met the World Bank Group And the World Bank Group decided to increase their support from 1.26 billion to 1.68 billion dollars this year. They also had a bilateral engagement, the USA and the UK, and they promised to support the elections in December 2026.
For Ssbc News, I am Isaac Ludori Emmanuel.
Now we go to a State House where President Salva Kiir Mayardit reaffirmed his commitment to supporting humanitarian efforts to alleviate the suffering in the Pibor administrative area as one of the region's most critically need of aid following severe flooding. The flooding devastated road infrastructure, schools, and medical facilities, cutting off the area from essential services. The president made this commitment after receiving a security and service briefing from Pibor Chief Administrator Gola Boyogola, who highlighted the urgent need for assistance to restore critical infrastructure and bolster security in the wake of this natural disaster. Additionally, Gola raises concerns over citizen safety, particularly in Mogori Payam in central Equatorial State, where a resurgence of cattle raiding is affecting the shared cattle trading in the area.
I briefed His Excellency the President about the general security situation in Greater Pibor administrative area and the challenges facing us and the development initiative that we have been taking. On top of the security issues is the incident that took place 2 days ago in Magri Payam in central Equatorial State, where our cattle traders were attacked by some criminals. So this is a very big security concern from our side. So we thought of bringing it to attention of His Excellency. And we have also briefed him about the challenges that we have in the area. On top of it is the issue of the road connectivity to Greater Pibor administrative area, because our road has been blocked for 2 or 3 years now. We have also discussed about some development programs, especially Pibor Hairstrip, that need to be constructed as soon as possible to help in service delivery in the area. And he promised that he was going to look into these issues and is going to work hand in hand with the government and other government and security organs to make sure that the traders are protected and that they are also cattle are protected, because these traders are contributing significantly in providing cattle in.
Now, reverting attention to medical services in the country, South Sudan and the Global Fund marked 20 years of collaboration in the fight against 3 killer diseases: HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. Ssbc's Edith Stephen reports.
United over a common goal, the Global Fund, the Ministry of Health, and the implementing agencies converged at Radisson Blue Hotel in Juba to mark the 20th anniversary of forging a solid partnership to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, which are the common enemies to humanity. Addressing the gathering, the Minister for Health, Yolanda Awel Deng-Juach, congratulated the pioneers of the Global Fund partnership, saying the initiative has brought magnificent improvement in all cross-sections of health system in the country.
It is our goal in the Ministry of Health to continue on with the continuity. We do not destroy what was built. Through Global Fund, we constructed and equipped health facilities, strengthened laboratories, as we heard from the videos. We also supplied commodities and supply chain management, as we saw in the warehouse, community surveillance and waste management. We have got incinerator, as well as oxygen production and solarization of the hospital. Due to this fruitful partnership and other donors together with government, the care and treatment for the people impacted with this disease has been greatly improved, reducing overburdens on neighboring countries.
The member of Health Committee in the National Legislative Assembly, Benjamin Malek, hailed the Global Fund initiative as a lifeline of the people of South Sudan, as he encouraged the Ministry of Health to remain committed to their partnership.
This 20th anniversary should remind us of the humanity and the achievement that has been done by the health partners. I think if our health partners were not with us in the health sector, we would have done nothing. So this is a great achievement. We thank them very much, and we also appeal to them to continue until the government of South Sudan is able to take over all these responsibilities.
And the Senior Fund Portfolio Manager for the Global Fund in South Sudan, Dr. Job Muluki, said it's not the end of the journey, as there are still many challenges on the road, as he appealed for co-financing from the government to continue with the partnership.
We are a worldwide partnership to defeat HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. Not that we've made it yet to where we should be, but there is clear indication that there is very good progress. The other key lesson is that there are still huge gaps. There are things that we've done and took longer that we should have taken, and I believe there are things we did in ways that we could really improve. I really call upon the government, Your Excellency, to really also continue on the path of, improving its commitments in terms of domestic financing.
On the other hand, the representative of the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, Dr. Sheila Ngatia, described the 20th anniversary as a story of vision, dedication, and trust to fight the three maladies, calling for all actors to increase the momentum to ensure a meaningful life for the people.
And this is really a story of vision, of dedication, partnerships, fighting stigma and the fears, a journey of highs and lows, great success. So it's really a worthy celebration. A total of 12 grants have been funded by Global Fund here in South Sudan, covering HIV and AIDS, TB, malaria, and resilient and sustainable health system components. While challenges persist in ensuring good health and access to health services for all, it could have been worse without the intervention of this Global Fund partnership under the leadership of the government of South Sudan.
We recognize that this journey is far from over. Our shared goal is to eliminate malaria as a public health threat.
By signing mutual memorandum of continuity. Eddie Stephen, Ssbc News.
The extended transitional period will allow political parties to addressing critical challenges that have hampered the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement. The United Nations Security Council convened its first security meeting following the renewal of the arms embargo on South Sudan in May. Political will and drive South Sudan towards stability.
The delay was are actively engaging with electoral and security institutions to